What is up, guys? In today's video we're going to take a look at Clickfunnels. I'm going to go through a full tutorial on how to use it, how you can start building some sales funnels for yourself or for your clients, and I'm also going to give you my honest review on whether or not I think it's worth the money. So let's get right into it. To this Clickfunnels tutorial, so let's jump right into it. Excuse me, sorry. I'm going to jump into the Clickfunnels dashboard. So when you log into Clickfunnels, this is basically what you see. So this is kind of your back end. You've got a bunch of different stuff going on here, but really the only thing that you are going to want to care about is this little tab up here called Funnels. Now when you hit Browse Funnels, that's basically where you can see the funnels that you are building right now. So as you see, I've got a couple going on right here. Now the first thing you're probably going to want to do is build a funnel. So let's get into that. So you just go right up here, you come down and you hit build funnel. Now here's the thing. There are so many different things you can do, right? So like if you are, if you're having a webinar, like you can do a webinar funnel. These are all the different categories of funnels: storefront, auto webinar, daily deal, lead magnet, squeeze page. There's a ton. Membership funnel, all kinds of stuff here. So really what you have to do, I should say, is you have to figure out the kind of funnel that you're going to be building. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to show you guys a funnel that I actually just finished building out for one of my clients who is a credit repair company. So let me show you that. We're going to go back to Browse Funnels. Remember, Browse Funnels is it shows you the funnels that you've built or are building, the funnels that you have. So I'm going to jump into it, take you to a preview link. So basically this is the funnel that I actually built out for one of my credit repair clients. So there's a lot of stuff going on here, but let me just show you kind of what is going on with the funnel. So as you see, I've got his logo up here in the top left, and then up here on the top right, there's a scheduler to schedule an appointment, a free consultation actually. Now there's a couple things to note in this funnel that I like to implement when I'm building funnels for my clients. Is I always like to put a timer, as you'll see right here. The reason I like to do that is because it actually creates a sense of urgency in the prospect or the person that's seeing the funnel and that we're trying to get to opt into it, because it instills in their mind kind of like, oh shit, I gotta get on this before, I got fucking 7 minutes before this deal goes away. I gotta get on it. That's the ideal reaction that we want. And then call us today, very simple call to actions, just a little bit of slogans and stuff like that. This is the big one here. So you got to make sure when you're building your contact info box that the button, I actually made this mistake when I was building some funnels in the beginning. I would make the button where it just didn't stand out. Like I would make the background white and the text red. I know these are like little things, but they really do matter, especially when you're trying to increase your conversion rate, which is the goal. So there's really not much. There's just some text here, some kind of just what it is that the company does. Then I actually encoded some Facebook and Google reviews for him down here, which is pretty cool. Increases the credibility. So that's just to give you an idea of what a sample funnel looks like. So obviously this kind of funnel is a lead generation kind of funnel. We're not giving away a lead. Well, we actually are giving away a lead magnet, but some funnels that do that look a little differently. So this one, you'll see, exactly what you're getting. You're getting a free credit repair kit, a free credit consultation, and then the goal is to get them to opt in. So this is, like I said, sample funnel, what one would look like. Now let's jump back in. So let's go through the process of actually building a funnel, right? So let's just build like a simple one. Let's do like a, let's see, take a look at the squeeze page funnels. And guys, I'm not gonna lie, in the beginning I was really just confused. Like fucking, I just had no idea what was going on. And that's the thing with ClickFunnels is like, at first it feels like a lot. You just you got all these features and all this stuff that you can kind of mess around with and play with. But the nice thing about it is, after time, after a little bit of time, really, after you kind of get used to the whole way that it works, it just you just pick it up and it just becomes a lot easier to use, and Eventually, you can just start creating funnels left and right. But at first, it is going to be a little daunting, just because, like I said, there's a lot that's going on here. So let's say we were, I don't know, I'm just thinking off the top here. Let's say we were giving away, like, okay, so we got this foodie squeeze page funnel. So here's an example of basically here. All right, so we'll get the funnel. And this is the exact process that you guys would be using and that I use when I'm building out funnels for my clients. So purchase is complete. It's $0. We didn't spend anything. So let's, before we start editing, let's just take a quick preview of what it looks like. So this is what the funnel looks like. So guys, basically what ClickFunnels does is they have a ton of these free funnels and they're already like set up. Like a lot of them, honestly, are plug and play type things. So you literally just have to put in, like, make the changes to customize it for your client. So like if your client was let's say a bakery, and you were given, I mean, you could actually use this for a bakery. I just realized that. You can give away some secret recipes for whatever, and as you can see here, all the text is just generic, so you just put in your own stuff, and then they can put their email right here. So now let's go back. Oh, this is actually pretty cool. So they install a little pop-up that comes before you leave, before you exit the page, which is really good. Increases conversion rate. So let's go out of the sample and let's actually just look into editing and playing around with it. Show you guys how to edit the text and all that good stuff. So here, this is an image. Now, if let's say you had the logo, your client's logo, you would, let's say you already had the image, you would go here to change the logo, image, and then just upload. So you would just upload right, you click upload, it would show up here, you click, and then you click add image to add it to in place of the logo that we just saw. So yeah, we'll leave. Oh, that was a mistake. So yeah, so that would replace that logo. You can also change, so let's take a look at how we would change the, alright, let's see, actually, alright, so let's say we want to edit the text here. Everything is segmented, or separated, I should say, in its own kind of little boxes. So right here, this is the title. You can call this, you know, I don't know, let's say get this, whatever, basically whatever you're giving away, really. So you could say, if let's say if it was a, you know, let's say if it was a car dealership, you know, get this guide to I don't know, I'm just thinking off the top, guide to financing free. Right, so you just really just change this to your liking, and then this is the image that we can swap out as well. So it's really the same concept as changing this image. So what you want to do is you find the, you want to make sure you're editing the orange box, not the blue box, because that's editing everything that you see here. So make sure you find the orange box. You'd go up to settings, and same thing. You would just swap out the image for an image that you have. So you can also change like the height and width of the image. So you can, like, let's say if I put like 250, that would obviously make it smaller. If I put like 500, that's about the same. 750 if I want it bigger, or whatever the case is. You can change the height. You can really mess around with this stuff a lot, guys. It's really, there's so many options in terms of customization. You can actually also put a link URL so that when people click the photo, if you wanted to take them somewhere, you probably won't want to for this kind of funnel, but it's there as an option. So same thing as editing this text here. You want to find the, always look for the orange boxes, because those are the boxes within the big box, if that makes sense. So you would go here and you would just start messing around. Oh, fail. Yeah, so get this free finance guide to financing, you know, your next car. If I'm just literally just throwing it off the top of my head right now. If I was a car dealership, and then you probably just go into what it is about. You know, we'll show in this guide. You know, you'll learn. I can't even type. You'll learn. You know, X, Y, Z. Blah blah blah. Just literally just showing you guys samples. So same thing here. You know, you want to find the orange boxes to change the titles. To change the headlines, I should say. So you change this to whatever you're trying to do for your client, or if you are doing this for your own business, same thing. And right here, so this is where they would give their email address. I'd probably change this to like something like, something a little bit more catchy, like simply enter your email to get the guide or get the kit or whatever it is. But yeah, I mean, those are just little things you could always swap out. So again, guys, as you see, there's so many. Move me a little bit right here. So there's so many like just settings in general. I mean, it's kind of crazy. Like, it's so customizable. You can change the text to like, I want this, you know, or something like that. Set action. So set action is basically what happens when they click on the button. So there's a bunch of stuff that can go on. It can open a pop-up. It could go to a website URL if you wanted to. So you could put the URL in here. You can go to a next step in the funnel if you're creating a funnel with multiple steps. Most likely, you guys will be creating funnels that are just like one step where they just give their information and then you take them like to a thank you page, and then everything else like email autoresponder and that stuff, or a messenger bot would be set up obviously on the back end. That's a totally different topic. For now, I'm just going to stick to using ClickFunnels. So yeah, again, as you can see, there's so many things you can mess around and play around with here. Let's talk a little bit about SEO metadata. So if, let's say, you know, let's say the name of the company is Johnny's Bakery. You don't want it to you want it to be called Johnny's Bakery, right? Okay, because this is, I put John. Okay, I can't even fucking type. This is what it's gonna show up as, Johnny's Bakery. Description, same thing. Let me move my face. So this is what it'll show up, where it'll show up, I should say, right here. So basically, if we put we're a local, I don't know, guys, I'm just talking, yeah, we're a local bakery offering XYZ, whatever. I literally cannot type. Anyways. So that's it, guys. That's how you would edit the SEO metadata. Social image, you'd want to change that as well. Again, same thing. You would upload your image here, add the image, and that would be it. So that's really it in terms of the SEO metadata. Obviously, you want to edit this stuff as well. You probably put like Johnny, whatever. Trying to think. There's really not that much else in terms of like this stuff here. Let's see. Let me just make sure. Yeah, that's really it. Oh, also, you're gonna want to hide the affiliate badge. It just looks better when you have your own custom logo. So actually, okay, another thing. These elements. So you can add a ton of shit here. You can add. Sorry, one sec. So you can add a video. You can add a button if you wanted to. Just gonna move back a little bit. So you can add like literally just a ton of shit. You can add the timer if we wanted to, right? Like put that right here. Let's say, you know, make it whatever. So yeah, but guys, again, there's just so much stuff that you can do with ClickFunnels. So let's I'm not going to save these changes because obviously I don't care about these funnels, but normally you would hit save. Always make sure you hit save, otherwise you don't want to lose your work. So, and then the second step of the funnel is the thank you page. So give it a sec, and this is going to be, so basically as soon as somebody was to put in their email in that little box down there, this is what they'd see. So this funnel setup, wait one more step, go to your email. Yeah, you're gonna wanna, that's usually what you have to do is confirm your subscription. Then, so with this funnel, this is pretty nice. So they'd actually be able to download it as opposed to seeing a thank you page that typically says like, thank you, check your email for the free guide. Right here, they actually just have the link, which is actually pretty nice. I like it this way. So you can, if I was a prospect and I wanted this book of secret recipes, I could literally just go right here, click to download the book. What's next? They give you just kind of, you know, a little whatever. So as you can see, guys, it's really, ClickFunnels is pretty nice. It makes things pretty easy in terms of creating landing pages, and not just single landing pages. Like, they really allow you to put systems in place for lead generation and things like that. I'm just trying to see, if I wanted to edit see if we wanted to edit the background color. Okay, that's for that particular area. I'm just messing around with some of this stuff. Just want to show you guys kind of what it would look like if you were playing around with, one of your funnels. So, let's see. That's how you change the color. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Background color. Let's see if we made it teal. Okay. Yeah. So that's how you change the background color for the bottom half of the screen. Probably want to just keep this top the same. Obviously, let me double check. Yeah. So that would be editing the top. And then we can edit the bottom. Okay, yeah, so some funnels are different in terms of changing the background colors and stuff like that, but most of them are pretty much the same. So so let's jump right back into it. Sorry about that. So there's one thing I do want to show you guys that's super important. So let's go back to this funnel that we just made. So we go back to edit page. Now, something that's super important. I mean, it's not important if you're not doing retargeting, but if you are doing retargeting, then you have to know how to actually put your Facebook tracking pixel into your ClickFunnels funnel. So let me backtrack a little bit. So I would go into my Facebook Ads Manager account, right? So if, let's say, we were here at the very beginning, we would go to pixels. Once we have this popped up, we would go to, we would click here, then we'd hit setup. Now you don't choose the top or the bottom one, you choose the middle one, manually install the code, because this is what we want to do. And guys, this is not some complicated coding, it's literally all just copy and paste, so don't get too scared. You just come down to number 2, copy the entire pixel code, click copy code to clipboard, back to ClickFunnels, go to settings, tracking code, not custom CSS, and you want to place it in the header only. So you come Control V or whatever, just paste. That's it. Don't mess around with the footer, just the header. Okay. Now your Facebook tracking pixel is installed. So to test it out, we'd hit save. Okay, and then once we hit save, we would go to preview. Okay, so I don't actually have the tool, so I'm using a new window. I don't have the Facebook Pixel Helper tool, but basically, the code is installed, and if you do have the extension installed, you would see the little green thing would show up, which means that your pixel is installed on your site. So that's how you install that. So I just want to go over that because that's super important, especially even if you're not doing retargeting yet, but you plan on doing it. And if you don't plan on doing it, then you probably should, because retargeting is killer. So let's go back. I think I think this pretty much covers the basics. I mean, that's how you build a funnel, right? Okay. You pretty much, again, click. This is what you see. This is the back end or back office, whatever you want to call it, of ClickFunnels. Like I said, everything is super customizable. There's just a ton of shit you can do, a ton of shit you can mess around with. Publishing, if you let's say if you already own the domain name and you wanted to forward the domain to to a different path or something like that. So like let's say you were offering a secret recipe, you can call this secret recipes, right? Something like that. And then so when you would go up here, instead of seeing a bunch of numbers and shit, it would be clickfunnels.com/secret recipes, which is pretty nice. Just makes everything seem more professional and congruent with what you're offering. So now if you've got if you want to install some WordPress plugins, you can do that as well. Again, there's a bunch of shit you can do. So I haven't messed around with Actionetics yet. I believe that's the email autoresponder. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much. I mean, look, like I said, in the beginning, ClickFunnels is kind of confusing because you don't really know what to do. But I just showed you guys how to build a funnel Sorry about that. So you build a funnel, and yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Again, there's a ton of stuff we could play around with. If we had a domain, we can fuck around with that. You can install Zapier, which I have installed. And if you ever were to change anything here, you would just move with me. You would always hit save and update settings. Make sure you always do that. Sorry. So let's build a different funnel. I mean, that's probably one of the more typical funnels, because that's probably what you're going to be doing, is giving away some kind of some freebie to generate leads, either for yourself or for your clients. So if, let's say, most of the stuff, to be honest, guys, you're probably not going to use, okay? Like survey, product launch, cancellation, all this shit. Probably not going to use it. I would say the funnels you're going to be using the most are going to be squeeze page, lead magnet. So let's take a look at lead magnet. So we want to select funnel. This is what you do. Now you find a template that you like. Okay. So let's say we wanted to go for, and they also have paid templates and stuff like that down here, but I mean, you don't really need it at all. So let's say we just went here, right? Actually, you know what? Instead of doing this, let's do what it would look like if you did blank, okay? Blank lead magnet funnel. So just give it a sec. Working on delivering your funnel. All right, so now here's what's pretty cool. So we're offering something for in return for their email, the prospect, to generate some leads. So you've got a shit ton of templates here. A lot of these are really cool, really sick. They look nice and clean. I mean, honestly, you can't really go wrong with any of them. This one's nice. I like this one because you can. I mean, so is this. Sorry, I like Clickfunnels. Let's go. Let's see if we were to preview this one. This is what it looked like. This is really cool. So you can put your logo here, free. You can change everything, because it's like, the nice thing about these funnels is there's nowhere else for a potential lead to go. There's no, like, they can't really click out of it. There's no, like, tabs up here. This is specific. This is a super targeted funnel, and there's only one goal with this, which is to generate leads. So if you guys are not already doing this for the clients that you have, you better start because this is huge, especially if your client's business revolves heavily on leads and getting new prospects, which most do. You got to be doing this. So let's say if we actually wanted to use this template, just give it a sec. So we would go same thing here. We'd go to edit page. It's still loading, so just give it one sec. All right. So as you can see, everything, literally everything, is completely customizable. If you want to take out this little as seen on thing, you can just go over here and hit delete. Yeah, not the blue box, the orange box. If you were to delete the blue box, like I said, it would delete everything up here, including your logo, everything. So here, if you want to put your logo, which you're going to want to, or your client's logo, whatever, you go, again, orange box, settings, same thing, image here, and upload, and then once you hit upload, it would show up here, and you would click add image. I'm going to cancel that for now. Free report reveals, or let's say, get your free, I don't know, whatever your clients are giving away, or whatever you're going to be giving away for your clients. If it's if, let's say, if it was I mean, credit repairers, or the company, most of the companies I'm working with now, it would be like, get your free credit repair DIY kit, something like that. Oops. Right? And then you would go over here. You obviously want to change the image. So ideally, you'd have like an ebook cover image, which is super easy to make, or something like along those lines that you can put in here that would really help. And then from here, this is just kind of your headline. Start. Oh God, sorry. Start. Guys, I'm just literally just throwing shit out off the top of my head. Like, this just applies to anything you're doing for your client. So it's the same concept, just changes from business to business. So if let's say if it was a personal trainer or like a a gym or something like that, start your journey. I don't know. I'm just fucking throwing stuff out. So you get the idea. You change all this stuff here. You change this stuff. I'm not going to go into how to set up like email autoresponders and stuff like that because it's pretty simple. It's a lot of like nitty gritty stuff, like a ton of minute kind of details that would just probably bore the fuck out of you. So I'm not going to really go into that. This is the fun stuff, making the funnels and stuff like that, editing them. And remember, guys, to install your tracking code, it's settings and tracking code, not custom CSS. So we're not going to save this because I don't really care about this funnel. And then same thing, thank you page here. And then you would just choose your thank you page. You can really choose any of these and just edit the colors. So here's something I want to show you guys. Sometimes you may want to add a step, right? Another step to the funnel, and you call this whatever. Let's say we called it sales page. Path would be whatever. Show in funnel, yes. We'd create the funnel step. Now this could be an order form, right? So like for example here, an order form. Let's say if you're taking people to buy something, if you're selling like an ebook or something like that, it would be order form, right? And then the one I personally like to use is this one. I mean, they're all really nice, but this one is just really simple. So this would be like, let's say, or like let's say you could take somebody straight to this page, like forget the lead magnet and stuff like that, or you still want the thank you page. But by the way, you can edit the order of the steps, which is really nice. You can do that easily. So here, we'd edit the page. Same concept. Everything is completely customizable, depending if you want that 30-day guarantee. Depends on what you're doing, if you want to have that. And here, this, pretty much they put their information in, their card information. Now, I do have to give you guys a heads up. So in order to actually process payments, you do have to sync ClickFunnels with Stripe, but there's plenty of videos out there on that. It's not hard at all. Stripe is a free service, like a payment processing type service, so how you can take payments online. So that is not hard at all. And then once you have that figured out, then you're pretty much all good to go. You can just edit this. We can call this, guide to baking. Guys, again, don't take my ideas because they are shit right now. I'm just literally just throwing stuff out. So this is what it would look like. Okay, got everything here. This would be your order form, and then after they submitted their information and they made their payment, we're gonna leave here. You would want to take them to a nice thank you page. So again, thank you pages are kind of a staple, whether you're giving something away for free, whether you are selling something. You just want to have a thank you page because you just want one. Yeah, just always have a thank you page, like something like this. Thank you for signing up. We sent you a confirmation email to the email address you used. And you can change again when we go to edit. You can change everything here. Everything here. You can put your company name down here. So guys, again, that's pretty much all you need to know. Now, again, like I told you, there's different kinds of funnels. There's a whole bunch of other stuff, but most likely, unless you're running some crazy kind of huge campaign with webinars and this, and that, you're probably not going to need to use all the other stuff. You're probably going to be using like a lead magnet type funnel, an order form, simple stuff like that. I just really wanted to show you guys how to go about getting there and getting that stuff up and running for yourself or for your clients. Again, so again, let me recap. ClickFunnels is obviously there's some mixed reviews out there. There's people that just love it. There's people that hate it. Obviously, there's people that talk shit about it because they just feel it sucks for whatever reason. For me personally, when I first started using it, it was a little, again, like for most people and how it will probably be for you, it's a little daunting, again, because you just don't really know where to go. You're like, Action Analytics, Backpack, this, that. I mean, you could fucking edit domains, all kinds of stuff. Like, there's just a lot of stuff that you can do with ClickFunnels, and naturally that kind of gets you a little overwhelmed. So I wanted this tutorial to be kind of the filter for all that stuff, so that you can just see simply how to create your funnel, like a lead magnet or an order form, stuff like that. Um, Me personally, obviously I'm a little biased, but I love ClickFunnels legitimately, and I'm not saying this because I want you guys to pick it up or whatever, but like literally I could not operate my business and I could not help my clients without it. There's just not really anything else out there that is as easy and simple to use. Of course it has its kinks, of course it has its glitches and stuff like that. There's no software or anything that doesn't, but ClickFunnels just kind of, they're in terms of pros and cons, in terms of how bad the bad is and how good the good is. The good outweighs the bad with ClickFunnels, so that's why I like it. It just makes things super easy, honestly. So you know, if you guys have clients, or if you guys are looking to get into this whole social media marketing thing, this is probably going to be, no, I shouldn't say probably, this is going to be one of those things and one of those tools that you're just going to have to get. You kind of can't really operate without it. Even if you're running like an offer and people have to come in, you still have to get their information and you have to send them to something, and that something is going to be a sales funnel. So more often than not, you're pretty much always going to need a funnel. And I think Russell Brunson actually said that, but it's true. It's not an over exaggeration. You are going to need a funnel, especially if you're doing this social media marketing. You're going to need funnels for your clients, especially if you plan to get a lot of clients. So this is kind of a must-have for your business. Again, it's just one of those things that you've got to have. You've got to pick it up. I actually left a link in the description for a free 2-week trial, which is pretty nice. So you guys pretty much get a chance to test it out, mess around with it, have some fun with the funnels. Just start putting some stuff out there. And the nice thing is, if you don't like it after 2 weeks, you could just fucking cancel it. But you're probably gonna like it. So if you hit the link in the description below, you can get, like I said, you get your 2 weeks for free to just test it out, just have some fun with it. And then if you guys have any questions about using it, about just if you have any questions about funnels, if you ever want me to like take a look at a funnel or something like that, just leave a comment below on the video, or you guys can hit me up on like Instagram and stuff like that. So I hope this tutorial helped. Tongue twister. I hope this tutorial helped you guys kind of navigate ClickFunnels a little easier if you haven't already seen it. If you have, but you were like kind of confused still, I hope this cleared some stuff up for you. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the ClickFunnels tutorial, and that's my personal review on it. So yeah, guys, I would suggest you go pick it up, because again, it's going to be tough to do things without it. So stay tuned. I've got a ton of more content, if that's even English, coming out. I've got some stuff on just a ton of stuff. Facebook ads, more stuff about what I'm doing right now in terms of for my clients. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. As always, subscribe to stay notified, and also hit the little notification bell if you can. Hopefully it's not too much to ask. It basically just notifies you every time I release something new. So yeah, cool. Like I said, I hope it helped, and see you guys in the next video.